This is a walk around video for a Lexus IS250 SEL. This is actually a 57 registered car. The private plate showing on the car will not come with the vehicle, unfortunately. Rather too valuable for that, I'm afraid. The plate it will be going on to upon completion of the transfer, which is imminent, is OV57VPR. Lovely low mileage car, just 41,000 miles on the clock, in very, very nice original condition. All the lights and lenses are completely clear and intact on the front there. Bonnet itself, very, very, very clean. I see any obvious sort of stone chips. There's a couple of very minor ones right on the front edge. Hardly anything of any note there. And on the near side again, very, very clean. There was one soft car parking dink in the panel, which I will show you, because I mean we try and be as open about these as we can. Front near side alloy, really, really good. And the panel work is very, very nice. You can just see in the middle of the door there is a little soft dent. We may well get that taken out as part of the sale of the car, so please do bear that in mind. The rest of the panels are wonderfully clean. Rear alloy, absolutely beautiful. And to come around the back of the car, to get the parking sensors fitted onto the SEL models. Back bumper's very, very clean and tidy. And around to the off side of the car, wonderfully smooth and clean in the panel work there. Rear offside alloy, again, very, very clean. The panel work is very nice. There will always obviously be the odd little minor mark. You know, it's a low mileage car, of course it is, but got to respect the fact that it is still 11 years old. So it's picked up the odd little minor mark here or there, but they are minor because the car's in, you know, really lovely condition. Fabulous looking car. Just going to the back of the car now. It's an absolutely beautiful condition in here. Full set obviously of original Lexus mats. Back of the seats there, very nice condition. And the leatherwork itself, obviously full black leather interior in this car, in excellent condition. Coming to the front passenger side, door card again, really excellent condition. Obviously you've got 3 memory electric seats on this side, as with the driver's side, and again on these SEL models. Footwell area is all very clean and tidy. The front passenger seat has been given hardly any use at all. It's an absolutely fantastic condition. Driver's door card, again as with the others, very, very good indeed for the age of miles. The driver's seat itself is in exceptionally good condition. You know, obviously it's the one that's going to take the brunt of the wear quite clearly, but it's actually very, very, very good. So sat inside the car now, engine's running through this section of the video. Dashboard is in fantastic condition again. You see there, multimedia pack, sat nav working exactly as it should. I'll pop the car into reverse. You got that lovely clear parking camera at the back there. But it's all been kept really, really nicely. Obviously heated and cooled seats. If I come up to the main dashboard itself, just to show you in there, 41,658 miles, and there's no warning lights at all on that dashboard whilst the engine's running. Obviously hands-free telephone system, auto lights, auto wipers, but it's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful interior in here. So finally just coming under the bonnet of the car, and it's a wonderful sight that greets you. Fantastic Lexus V6 engine. The compartment's just beautifully presented. More about this engine in the following road test video. Right then, this is a road test video, and this is for a Lexus IS250, and it's the SEL model. This particular car is registered OV57VPR, and mileage at the start of this road test is just 41,652 miles. The reason we do these road tests is very simple indeed. We basically just want to see customers who have seen the car, our cars advertised rather, actually see them in operation. That way, prior to coming to see us, if there's any issues on the vehicle, they can be made aware of it before they come. It's also done on the same very quiet country roads close to our premises, so hopefully it'll be representative of what you'd feel yourself if offered a test drive. Now, a lot of our customers now are coming from all over mainland Europe and the UK, so clearly a bit of extra effort just to show you the cars we feel as though it's worthwhile and justified. Given the service history and ownership of this car, it comes as no surprise at all, of course, to find it drives absolutely beautifully. Engine starts, first press of the button, it's obviously keyless start and entry. Settles completely smooth, even idle. Engine is sweet as a nut, absolutely beautiful engine. They're so flexible, so willing to rev, yet so amazingly refined. It really is a jewel of an engine. There's no warning lights on the dashboard related to the engine or any other part of the car. Temperature gauge running at just under half, which is exactly where the temperature gauge should be on one of these cars, especially after it's running up to full operating temperature as it is now. But the engine's just a perfect match for the car, and the size of the car is plenty powerful enough to give you really good performance, but actually returns decent economy as well. Certainly in the real world of driving. But it's just how docile and wonderfully civilized it is in day-to-day driving, which makes these cars so popular, of course. Engine then goes into the Lexus 6-speed automatic gearbox, which is another brilliant gearbox from Lexus. Wonderfully smooth gear changes, quick to respond, perfectly suited ratios to match the engine. So you get the right performance, but with decent levels of economy, as I said. You can also change the settings slightly, put it in sort of a power mode to give it a little bit of extra oomph and hold on to the revs a bit longer between gear changes. Whilst test driving the vehicle, obviously I'm looking out for any signs of wear or any issues that might be on the car. Not that you'd ever expect to find one on a Lexus of this age. The gear changes are snappy, quick, all but seamless. I mean, it really is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful gearbox, and I can't fault it in any way. Absolutely perfect. So engine, gearbox, spot on. Steering of the car, really lovely, very nicely weighted, tracks bullet straight. There's no vibrations at any speed up to the legal limit, the speed at which I'm allowed to drive, which is a bit of a pet hate of mine anyway. But the power steering system is really nicely done. Of course, being rear-wheel drive, you've got the advantage of not having the front wheels driven, so nothing to kind of pollute the information coming back through. And it benefits from it because it's really nicely weighted. It's direct without being over quick. The problem with making steering racks too quick, of course, is that you can make the car feel quite unsettled, especially at higher speed. This one is, I think they've got it absolutely perfect. I really do. I can't feel anywhere in it. It just feels just tight as a drum. The whole car does feel absolutely amazing. Chassis of the vehicle, which is, to carry on the eulogy, I mean, it is brilliantly resolved. I mean, the temptation, of course, is them to go chasing BMW 3 Series, and it isn't. It's not as out and out sporty as, let's say, a sort of a 3 Series car, but it's better than, in my opinion at least, a C-Class or certainly an A4. Because its ride is miles better than a 3 Class. It's not hard, but it's eminently capable through the corners as well. It's nicely balanced. It changes direction enthusiastically. I think they've got it exactly right. I've always said that, if you really want an out-and-out sports saloon, then you buy a 3 Series. There's no two ways about it. I mean, they're not as reliable as these or as well built, but they're a great driver's car. This, I think, hits a happier compromise for most people on the road. It gives you a wonderfully compliant and supple ride, but it's beautifully damped and controlled through the corners as well. No noises coming from underneath the chassis, no sort of clonks, bangs, thuds or anything that shouldn't be there. It's absolutely superb. Also noticeable just how quiet these cars are. I mean, it is wonderfully refined in there. And here that would be ruined, of course, if there's a windscreen sill is badly fitted or a door sill had been damaged, but it is, you know, it's absolutely wonderfully refined. Brakes on the car, really lovely solid brake pedal, very quick to respond, no pulsing, no vibrations, and it pulls the car down straight, doesn't pull left, right or otherwise. So all in very, very fine order there. Looking around inside the car, I mean, what videos can't of course get across is just how well built a car feels inside, and this just feels rock solid. No squeaks, no rattles, no shudders, nothing at all. It's absolutely superb, and a great dashboard. It's clearly a premium quality car. You can see that with all the detailing and the attention to detail, but it's also wonderfully simple to operate by comparison to some modern cars. Sat nav's working perfectly, which is part of this lovely multimedia pack, and obviously the parking camera that goes with it. Air conditioning's pumping out absolutely ice cold air. You've got heated and cooled seats on the SEL models. Also got the electric steering wheel adjustment on the SEL as well, which is really nice to have. On top of which you actually also get an electric rear blind, all of which is working absolutely perfectly. So just move my keys off there to stop them rattling. All the displays on the dashboard, again exactly as they should be as well, so all fine. As you probably already know, part of the multimedia pack is, you know, you got the hands-free telephone, you got the sat nav, but you also get the Mark Levinson stereo, which is astonishing in its sound reproduction. It really is fantastic. So if you like your music, you'll love it in this car, because the car's so quiet, you benefit from it fully as well. As I said at the start of the video, the whole point of these videos is to pick up on any issues, no matter how small they might be. I can't find anything driving this car. It drives absolutely beautifully. And as I say, whoever's lucky enough to, you know, benefit from the last owner's maintenance on this vehicle and the way he's kept the car, will be a very, very lucky person indeed. However, if I've missed anything on the video, please don't hesitate. Do give us a call, and we'll happily answer any questions you might have about this car.